Hey, welcome. I'm Brittany, and this evening I am practicing on one of the lovely beaches here in Treasure Island, Florida. This practice is going to be gentle. We're just winding down. Maybe you've had a hard day at work or just a hard day in general. We're going to get started in a comfortable seated position. You could be sitting cross-legged. You might like to prop yourself up on a blanket or a block. So closing the eyes, feeling the crown of the head reaching up towards the sky, your shoulders falling down and away from your ears, and feeling heavy and rooted through your pelvis. Relaxing through your jaw, feeling the tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. And tuning into your breath, feeling the air move in and out of your nose. And we'll take a little bit of a deeper inhale to a count of 5, breathing from the depths of the belly. So inhaling, and exhaling to a count of 5 from the belly. Inhaling. And exhaling. We'll allow the breath to return to normal. Remembering that throughout our practice, the breath is what anchors us to the here and now, letting the breath guide the movements. We'll open the eyes if they're closed. We'll take our right hand to our left knee, left hand behind us, just a gentle twist towards the left. You might like to look over your shoulder. Next, exhale, moving through center, the left hand lands on the right knee, right hand behind us. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, gentle twist towards the right. Exhaling, coming through center. I'll take the right hand again to the left knee. Twisting to the left. Coming back through center, twisting over to the right. Tall spine on the inhale. Exhale, gently twisting. Releasing tension through the spine, massaging the internal organs. And then we'll come back to center, placing the hands on the knees. And the exhale, rounding through the spine, chin in towards the chest. Pelvis rolls back. Inhale, pelvis tilts forward, lifting up through the chest and the sternum. You could look up towards the sky. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And then coming back to a neutral spine. We'll take our right hand, place it just beside us. Inhale, the left arm reaches up and over, looking up. The left hip is rooted down, lifting all the way up through the side of the left body. And then inhaling, coming back through center, left hand lands, reaching the right arm up and over. Again, inhaling, coming back up, leaning over towards the right. Inhaling back up through center. Exhaling, leaning over towards the left. Easy, gentle movements, warming up the spine. Coming back to center. And we'll come onto all fours, coming into table. Taking our knees underneath our hips, hands underneath the shoulders. The belly drops, tailbone rises, opening through the chest, looking up. Exhale, rounding, chin in towards the chest, navel towards your spine. Belly drops, opening through the chest. So just moving through a couple of these cat-cows at your own pace. There's no rush, no hurry to get anywhere. Coming back to a neutral table, we'll just start to look over towards the right hip. Left hip juts out to the side, getting into the left side of the body. Back through center, looking over towards the left. Right hip juts out. And coming back to center, we'll imagine there's a paintbrush at the base of our spine. We're going to start to paint circles behind us. And that rotation starts to ripple up through the spine. You can bring the shoulders and the neck into this. And you might find an area that feels particularly tense or tight, and you might want to linger there. We'll bring the big toes to touch, knees are wide, sinking the hips down and back into a child's pose. Reaching through the fingertips, strong arms. Hips sinking down towards the heels. I'll move through just a couple little flows. We're going to modify this. So we'll inhale, rippling forward into table. On the exhale, we'll hug the elbows in, lowering down towards the floor. Inhale, the chest lifts forward and up, coming into a baby cobra, strong through the legs. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, ripple forward through table. Exhale, elbows in, lowering down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Moving up and back into another child's pose. And one more time, moving at a very slow, steady pace. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Child's pose. And coming back into table, and we'll tuck our toes, lifting the hips up and back into a downward dog. And pedal out through the feet, swaying the hips. You can let the head sway. And then we'll just take little baby steps to the front of the mat, walking our hands towards our fingertips, coming into a forward fold. A generous bend through the knees, going easy on the hamstrings. You might like to hold on to opposite elbows, just gently swaying side to side. Releasing the grip on the elbows, we'll just walk the feet a little bit wider so the width of the mat, turning the toes out, sinking the hips down, and coming into a squat. We'll take the elbows to the insides of the knees, hands at heart center, lifting up through the crown of the head, the tailbone drops down, opening through the hips. Just taking a few breaths here. Being fully present. We'll take our hands down to the mat, lifting the hips up on the inhale, coming back into another forward fold or a dangle. You might like to just sway side to side. And you might like to imagine that any sort of stress or tension that you're holding on to, that you've been carrying around, that you just want to let that roll down from the shoulders to the crown of the head. And you just let all of that drip down onto the mat, onto the floor, just leaving it there. And then we'll inhale to a flat back. We'll just bring our hands to the front of our shins. Exhaling, hands come down onto the mat. We'll take a big step back with the right foot. Right knee drops. We're in this really low lunge. We'll take the right hand to the mat, and the inhale, the left arm reaches up towards the sky, twisting as we open through the right hip flexors and quads. Next, exhale, the left hand lands. We'll sink the hips back, straightening through the left leg, coming into a stretch for the left hamstrings. Feeling the right hip move forward, the left hip move back. And then bringing the weight back into the left foot, and tucking the right toes, planting the hands. The left foot meets the right, coming into a plank. And from plank, or with the knees lowered, we'll exhale, coming all the way down, elbows in. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. And then meeting in downward dog and just walking the feet back to the front of the mat. Dangling. You might feel a little bit more open now through the hamstrings, through the lower back. Inhale, flat back, pressing the palms into the shins. Imagining you're reaching all the way from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Exhale, hands plant take a big step back with the left foot. Left knee lowers. We're in this low lunge. Left hand plants. Inhale, right arm reaches up. I'm just hanging out here for a few breaths. Just noticing how it feels to live in your body right now. Exhale, right hand lands, tucking the left toes. Right foot steps back to meet the left from plank or knees lowered. Exhaling down towards the floor. Inhale, the chest lifts forward and up. Exhale, lower. We'll do that again 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower, creating strength through our back, our spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then we'll press our way up into a table, coming into a seat. We'll extend the legs out long in front of us. Inhaling, the arms reach up overhead. On the exhale, hinging forward. You might not come very far forward at all. That's okay. We're just looking to create a long length through the spine. Engaging through the feet and the legs. And then our next breath out, we'll take the more yin version of this. Just letting the arms come down, letting the legs, the spine relax. You could have the chin come in towards the chest. Turning the awareness inside. I'll slowly start to walk up and fingertips up the legs. The head, the crown of the head lands here, sitting with a tall spine. And we'll bend the right knee, take our left hand and just bring it to the outside of the right foot. You might like to stay here with the knee bent, or you could start to kick through the heel, inhaling. On the exhale, twisting towards the right arm reaching behind you. And coming back to center, releasing the grip on the foot. Bending the left knee, we'll take the right hand, holding on to the outside of the left foot. Staying here with the knee bent, or you could start to kick through the heel. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. The exhale opens you up towards the left. Releasing from here. We'll just come all the way down onto our backs. Hugging the knees in towards our chest. We'll land the soles of the feet on the floor. Taking the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Staying here, in a more passive figure 4. Or you could bring the left leg in towards you, the hands holding on to the left thigh as you hug the leg in. Getting an opening through the right IT band, glute, hip. Exhaling, releasing. And we'll switch sides. Left ankle on top of the right thigh, hugging the right leg in if you like. There's effort in the arms to hold the legs in towards you, but there's a softness through your face, through your neck. Finding that balance of effort and ease. Releasing, we'll let the soles of the feet come down onto the floor. We'll bring the feet in close towards the bum. Our arms are just out beside us. On the inhale, we'll lift the pelvis up, coming into a bridge. Exhale, pelvis lowers. And we'll move through a couple of those. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We'll hug the knees back in towards the chest. Just rocking side to side, massaging the lower back. And we'll take the soles of the feet together, just letting the knees fall out. You take one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Use your hands to help close the legs, extending them out long on the mat. And coming into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Just allowing all of the work you've just done to marinate deep. Just letting yourself land, allowing the floor beneath you to support you. And we'll allow the inhales to become a little bit deeper and longer. And rolling out through the wrists and the ankles, moving your fingers and toes. We'll inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, sigh it out. Bending the knees. And we'll just roll over onto one side. The top hand helps you all the way up. And we'll sit with a tall spine, just as we started. Just taking a few breaths here together. Just relishing in the quiet before we move on with the rest of our day or evening. We'll bring our hands together at our heart. Thank you very much for sharing your practice with me. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.